everyone, my name's Hira Aftab, and I'm the co-founder of a company called the Hybrid Tours. We specialize in combining the best of travel with social impact, and if I can sum up what our company does, we're for the people and by the people, because all of our tours are community-led, and we really amplify community experiences through storytelling. For right now, it really is Bosnia and Herzegovina, because Bosnia's been coming up a lot recently in a lot of travel magazines, but also because of the World Cup. And we feel a lot of people are now interested in Bosnia in general, and also learning about more about the context and history of the country. We also do Jordan. Jordan is also one of our bestsellers, but because of geopolitics right now, we have had to not run those tours. Pakistan is also one that people are super interested in, and they always have so many questions. There is always hesitation booking because there's a lot of stereotypes associated with Pakistan, but people do end up booking and they really enjoy it when they end up traveling with us. And more recently, South Korea, because we have added a hybrid tours, I guess, angle to it, if you would like to call it that, where we do talk about the Korean resistance against Japanese colonization and a lot about how Korea fought for its independence. So we really take a decolonial approach because I am diaspora Pakistani, I'm British Pakistani, my co-founder is Costa Rican Polish, and a lot of our lived experience is what shapes a hybrid tours. We've seen firsthand what it means to be othered and have dehumanized rhetoric used against us. In Costa Rica, for also there's over tourism now, so we also know what the flip side of tourism is, where it doesn't benefit communities. What the hybrid tours really does is we bring all of this expertise together and we partner with communities on the ground for them to be able to represent themselves on their terms in a way they want. So we want to empower communities through keeping profits local, make sure we're sharing their stories, and also build bridges, because I feel we live in silos often and you don't get to experience a lot of what other cultures or other communities are doing, and a lot of it gets hidden behind headlines. So through the hybrid tours, we really want to focus on building bridges to negate those stereotypes, and also hopefully to combat the rise of the far right and far right movements across the world. So, I mean, one of the biggest challenges for me entering as someone who worked previously in the humanitarian sector is a lot of tourism are now still built on the colonial remnants of what it used to be back when the British Empire was around. And I think it's very hard to kind of undo that, because a lot of times people go into a place and they think saying things like, oh, but our money is what sustains this place, completely negates any sort of context or history a country has. And it puts tourism, it puts the guests at the very heart of tourism, when it's never about that. It's about having the humility to go into a country and unlearn biases you might have had and understand these people are your equals. They don't owe you anything. And that's a lot of the challenge we are facing, because we're competing against much bigger brands. But then also we add context and history to tours. Like, for example, in Bosnia, we do talk about the Bosnian genocide. We talk to Bosnian genocide survivors. But a lot of people are like, it's so dark, we don't want to learn about it. And fair enough, is that that's how you want to travel. But when we travel, we believe you cannot divorce a place from its people. And if you just go to see, for example, a mountain, or Bashtarshia, for example, or eat Chavapi even in Sarajevo, without learning that there was the Sarajevo siege, which lasted 1,425 days. In the 90s, in the middle of Europe, we just think travel is pretty flat without that context. So that's kind of the travel, that's kind of the trouble we're facing right now, to kind of show that you should be traveling with context, even if it makes you uncomfortable sometimes. Recently we felt a lot of people are now coming around to seeing what authentic travel means without the authentic label, because I feel it's kind of become a buzzword. But now people are really wanting to get to know local communities, have those spaces to converse and to connect and learn about what food and culture and music means to people. And I think that's the biggest part, because at the end of it, we're all searching for community, and because now we're all chronically online, it's getting much harder. So what we want to do is build this community of people who really benefit or believe in the value of ethical travel. And that's what we want to do with the hybrid tours. And that's the biggest opportunity we feel, because while people are becoming more isolated, we want to show you that there are people out there who believe travel can be a force for good, and who are willing to unlearn what they already know and to look beyond the stereotypes and the headlines, to see a country for what it is, beyond what the media or the politics want to show us.